here's how the war funding was unfolding. They have a $94 billion bill that goes towards funding the Iraq War and the Afghanistan War. It has to be passed. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. And it's going to pass anyway. Actually, the Republicans vote yes on this because it's for war. They're like, Social Security, Medicare, we don't have the money, we don't have war. Yeah, okay, go ahead, take the money. No, it's no problem, right? Actually, 50 Democratic congressmen are initially voted no on it because they don't believe that this is the right strategy and that we have to exit Afghanistan and Iraq earlier, right? So, but overall, it's going to pass easily. So what did they decide to do? They got clever, and they added a couple of things to the bill. And one of the things that they added to the bill was, hey, this thing called the Graham-Lieberman amendment that said, hey, you know what? You cannot ever put in public the detainee abuse photos. They are so terrible, they're so out of control that we can't ever have them appear in public. So they will remain classified no matter what the courts rule. Now, before, on the Young Turks, we went off on this amendment saying that's terrible, it's against transparency, it's against an open government, it's basically a cover-up of the crimes committed by Bush and Cheney. So now what happened was, and I told you I'd tell you today who was responsible for getting it removed. The hero of this story is Barney Frank. Barney Frank and other strong Democratic congressmen, yes, I said strong and Democrat in the same sentence, said, no, hell no, we're not going to play this. We'll vote against the war funding. Not going to pass with this in it. And this is against all of the transparency and open government that we promised the American people, and you have to put it out in the record and show people what happened so that we can get beyond it, so that we can show the rest of the world we do not do this anymore, right? So it worked. It looks like the bill wasn't going to pass with this in it, so the Obama administration said, all right, we'll take it out, okay? Mission accomplished. That was yesterday. Fantastic. Today, Graham and Lieberman are pissed. They do a press conference. The press describes Lindsey Graham, the Republican senator from South Carolina, as red-faced and flushed and nearly screaming, saying, basically, over our dead body do you take this out. He said, we will, over the dead body of the Senate, because they said, we will stop every bill going forward. Filibuster, use every Senate privilege that we have. Nothing gets through. The war funding doesn't get through. None of your other priorities get through until we make sure that we cover up these crimes. I mean, perfectly legitimate things we should have been doing all along, except we definitely, desperately don't want you to see the pictures of what we actually did. So they're throwing themselves in front of the train tracks and saying, the Senate will not conduct business until you all agree to cover up this crime. Now think about why they're doing that. How bad must those pictures be? And of course, the guy going along with the spearheading it is Joe Lieberman, who still calls himself a Democrat in some ways. He's an independent Democrat if you ask him. Please. Man, those pictures must be heinous. And my guess is what they're going to do is probably not put it in this bill. They're probably going to make it a separate bill. Most of the Democrats in the Senate probably will go along. Obama will go along. And they're going to try to push this cover-up. Because if you see the pictures, you will know for a fact that it's a crime. And when you know it's a crime, the obvious question is, who committed this crime? And when they say again, as they've done in the past, as they did with Abu Ghraib in those pictures, oh no, it was a few bad apples. It was the troops. It was the troops. I'm blaming the troops, right? Somebody's going to ask the obvious question. Hey, wait a minute. I have the memos of you ordering the troops to do what's in the pictures. So shouldn't you be held responsible? Well, that's exactly why Graham and Lieberman are going ballistic today. Try to make sure that those pictures never make it into the record, never make it out into the public. And if there's a decent reporter in the country, you're going to find those pictures and you should make them public. Don't listen to any crap about national security. You endanger our national security when you cover up the crimes of the past and make us all complicit in the present for what the Bush administration did. I do not want to cover up for them. I want to let the whole world know we do not do this anymore. This was wrong, and I'll show you how wrong it was by criminally punishing the people who did it and ordered it. Now, of course, that's the step that the Republicans and unfortunately a lot of the Democrats don't want to take. And it is up to us as Americans to make sure that they do take that step, that we hold them to their Obama's promise of transparency and a real representative open government, and not allow this cover-up to continue any further.